I want this video to be completely raw and uncut, and I actually want to sound like a human today. This is going to be one-to-one, completely human. Okay? So today I am deeply discussing about this perfectionism trap we have stuck in lately and how this is destroying ourselves and we are not even realizing about this fact. Lately, because of this AI era, I feel like we have fall into this everything 100% thing, and we want our looks to be 100% perfect, we want our work to be 100%, we want our hobbies to be 100%. Look how crazy, how insane we have become that we want even our hobbies to look perfect. And that is so much unrealistic, isn't it? It is just like an example of a person who have recently bought a car and he has decided that he'll only drive it on the day when the roads will be completely empty. And practically this is never going to happen, right? So how can we adopt the same strategy even in our life? I am so sure, likewise me, you guys also have plenty of ideas just resting in your thoughts or in your notes, and you're not even executing them or trying them out just because of that scare or fear of perfectionism or 100%. You won't be able to give your 100% right now. That's why you think that it should just be rested right now and you would try it later. Maybe you would never be able to give your 100% in the first try. You need to keep this thing clear first. For being perfect, you need to practice, and for practicing, you should give yourself room for error. You cannot be perfect in the very first phase. Even if we are talking about our hobbies, when I am learning a new hobby, I always having the perspective that I want to be perfect. Like earlier, how stupid I was. What was I used to think? I am trying to learn chess. How would I be as expert as a national level player? That's a completely stupid behavior we are adopting. And we need to stop this right now before it becomes too late. And also, I am realizing that even if we are giving us that space to try that idea, the 80% of our energy is just letting in planning or thinking about it, and we are just leaving with the 20%. It's a time to real execution. And then we assume ourselves to be perfect. How is it possible? This sounds so hilarious to me now. What are we doing? You need to change this. And I have come up with 3, you could say, strategies or steps or guides we can follow and could make a prominent difference in our lives. The very first one is that 80% rule, which says that whenever we are learning or trying new thing or even doing anything like work, presentation, or even, trying to making our looks better, we don't want to follow the 100% cap when we are hitting the target. We have to shift that cap to 80%. That's it. We just have to give our 80% and leave the 20%. And that 20% is not just the room for error, it's the room for creativity we are giving to ourselves. I feel like lately we are just being so planned, so scripted that we are killing our creativities. Have you ever observed how the architecture, the exterior of the buildings used to be very artistic before? And now how it's so plain and built? Because humans are killing their creativity on their own. People are built creative. Nature has made us creative. And who are we to killing that? That's so much violence to ourselves. We are being so much bad. This is a rare saying we have. So we need to follow this 80% target only. We will just give the 80% of ourselves. That's 20% we'll let go. If I'm practicing any presentation, I'll just practice to be able to achieve the 80% milestone. I'll keep the 20% for the room for error. If any mistake happened, that's okay. That was the 20% thing. And only mistakes let us help and grow. If you are not making mistakes, you're not growing. So you have to make mistakes for both, right? The second one is that we have to adopt the child behavior. Have you ever observed a fan, specifically the crawling stage baby, how that baby is so much curious about the world, that spark in its eye? You know, they are in their trial and error phase. A baby stand up and fall. It is stand up again, it falls again, but it stand up again. The fear of falling never stopped it to standing up again, right? And that was the default mode we humans were built on. We have to keep that default mode still alive in ourselves. We have to be in the trial error thing only. We have to let us fall so that we can stand again and in a more stronger pose. The third one is that we have to shift our focus. Now we need to think why we are falling for that 100% dilemma. Why is it so? It's because we are always thinking that the other person is judging me, that the people are judging me. And because of that people judgment fear, we are trying to chase the 100%. We need to shift our focus from people judgments to learning perspective. Whenever we are doing things, we have to keep this perspective in our head that we are just learning. I'm just learning. I'm just trying. I'm growing. And that will keep us, first of all, we will be pressure free. Second, we will keep ourselves to be creative, the room for creativity. And third, we will be better. I can bet you will be better at the task. And we have to adopt these 3 strategies to actually become a human. We have to reverse our mental age. We have to be on our default mode the nature built us on. And we have to remind these things. That was the only reason I made this video today, to be very uncut. And I always try my videos to be uncut and raw, as less as place I can do. I try to do that. And also, like, almost 95% of the time, so videos are unscripted. Whatever I'm saying, I don't have any notes here or there. You can just see I'm not seeing here or there. I'm not even reminding it, because these are all what I'm implementing in our lives. I'm trying, and that's only I came up with in the skits as well. So I hope you try them. I hope you are understanding what I'm talking about. This is something very serious. We have to take it seriously today, because this is becoming so much drastically I could say destroyable for us, and we have to keep ourselves reminded that we are humans.